Orchid care is special, and sometimes it is difficult to see them bloom. For this reason, in this video from the Daily Echo, we explain the 7 most common reasons why an orchid does not bloom. Let us have a look at them. Lack of light. Orchids do not need too much light, since they are usually cultivated as houseplants. Placing them in a room with subdued light is sufficient for them to grow healthy and vigorous. On the other hand, some orchids might need much more light and they are likely to get sick under these conditions. So if you notice that your orchid has dull, dark green leaves instead of its natural bright green, it means that it needs more light. Excessive light. In their natural environment, orchids are plants kept under the canopy of trees, which protects them from direct sunlight. If your plant receives the sun's ray directly or through a window with an inadequate filter, its leaves may burn. One sign that it's getting too much light is usually yellow or brown spots on the leaves, like dry spots in the middle of the leaf. Lack of fertilizers or inadequate fertilizers. If your orchid has a very poor substrate, it will not develop properly. This also applies to growth and flowering, which require a lot of energy from the plant. In order for the orchids to bloom, you must always provide them with special fertilizers, following the instructions contained in them. Never fertilize them with universal fertilizer because the roots of orchids are very sensitive and these could damage them. Before we continue, let us put you to the test. Which country has more species of orchids? A. Ecuador, B. Brazil, C. Colombia. Think about it carefully because at the end of the video you can check if you were right. Changes in the temperature and light. To thrive, the orchid must maintain its natural cycles. Unless you sense that changes in the environment that mark the passing of the seasons, you will not know when to prepare for flowering, and you probably will not. Put the plant in a place where the temperature is about 5 degrees lower at night and keep it in a slightly lower temperature during the cold month. Weak roots. The roots are the most important part of the plant, and if they are not in a good condition, the plant will not flower. Check the roots of your plant to see if they are in order. Have a healthy color and no rotten parts. Cut back what is necessary with sharp and well disinfected tools. Your plant is very young. Many orchids do not begin to bloom until they are at least 2 or 3 years old. So if your plant is too young, it will not bloom, no matter how ideal the conditions are. New growth. If the plant devotes its energy to producing a new stem or a bulb, it will not begin to flower until it reaches a certain level of maturity. Watch for growing stems and the appearance of immature flower spikes. Going back to the question we asked you earlier, have you thought it through? The correct answer is A. The country with the greatest variety of orchids is Ecuador. Can you tell us if you are growing orchids at home? Until next time, ecologists!